First things first. No, I'm not a Meghan Markle fan, but I'm also not here to join the hate Meghan train. In fact, I've never even watched her Netflix docuseries because that's not my jam. See what I did there? So when I sat down to watch with Love Meghan, I made sure I had zero outside noise. No Twitter hot takes, no TikTok rants, no royal drama deep dives. Just me, this show, and the big question, is it actually elevating, or is it just insufferable? Welcome to Real Talk, where we spill the tea on movies, media, and all the madness in between, with wit, sass, and zero sugarcoating. So what exactly is With Love Meghan about? Cooking, homestyling, lifestyle inspiration, all of the above? Honestly, I went in thinking this was Meghan's version of Barefoot Contessa. Some cozy, casual cooking content and some pleasant meal talk. But nope, she's also doing styling, talking about home aesthetics, and basically trying to sell the Meghan Markle brand of curated, effortlessly chic living. The question is, does she own this vibe, or does it feel like she's just playing pretend? Look, there's nothing wrong with trying to sell your brand. Girl has to eat and shop, right? And when people demanded to see her kids in the show, hello, it's her show. If she doesn't want to put her children on display, that's her choice. Some celebrities show their kids and get backlash. Others don't, and still get backlash. You can't win. Meghan wants the focus to be on her, and her only. Got it? I have no issue with Meghan filming this in a fancy rented house instead of her own. Privacy and security concerns? Sure, I get it. Selena Gomez's new cooking season isn't filmed in her home either. And when it comes to cooking shows, it doesn't really matter where you cook. The focus and energy is on the food and entertaining her so-called friends. But when your whole brand is about authenticity and personal touch, some people might raise their eyes. She's not actually giving home styling tips. She and her team clearly knew better than to go there. She had no choice but to come clean about the house because the whole world already knew. Instead, she's leaning into the whole domestic goddess angle. Crafting candles, making salt baths, curating guest welcome packs, basically selling how to be the perfect host energy. And the moment that took me out completely, when she went all in preparing a salt bath and lavender oil tray for Daniel Mattel, making sure he felt cozy and at home, only to casually drop the line, I have to carry this back to my real house a few blocks away. Like, girl, it's not that crafting welcome gifts or hospitality tips are bad ideas. It's just that this setup doesn't support them. The disconnect between what she's selling and how she's presenting it is what makes it feel weird. If she didn't have to address the fact yet again, it would all flow much more smoothly. But at this point, she has no choice but to mention it. The advice itself? Fine, but nothing groundbreaking. Add warm textures, use soft neutrals, keep it cozy. Thanks, Meghan. Groundbreaking. I could get that from a 10-second Instagram reel. It's like a Pinterest board come to life. Pretty, but completely detached from reality. It's like giving fashion advice but never showing your own closet. If this were simply Meghan's personal take on aesthetics, without trying to establish herself as a lifestyle expert, it wouldn't be a problem. But as a supposed guru, it comes across as inauthentic. The message is loud and clear from the get-go. Meghan aims to be a domestic goddess and the ultimate please love me, I'm actually a nice person host. Sorry to disappoint the haters, but no royal gossip here. Meghan is doing her best to be likable. But the thing is, when you try too hard to be relatable, it backfires. Take the first episode, for example. She invites Daniel Mattel, a suits makeup artist, calling him a dear friend and saying, I know Daniel very well, and I love him to pieces. They even went cake tasting for her wedding together. Then Daniel cuts his finger while slicing tomatoes, and Meghan gasps, Oh no! He's an artist! These hands can't be hurt! And Daniel, It's fine, I am left-handed. Was Meghan just finding out today that her dear friend is a lefty? Okay, benefit of the doubt moment. Some left-handed people can use both hands, so maybe Meghan forgot. Then, in the second episode, Mindy Kaling tries to make Meghan relatable. I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it. Meghan's response? It's funny you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. This is so Meghan. Like, we get it, girl. You got the title. And let's be real. This entire show exists because she married Prince Harry. If she weren't a duchess, would this series have ever been greenlit? How many of you even knew who Meghan Markle was before she became a royal? Exactly. And Meghan knows that too, which is why she never hesitates to remind us. Relatable? Sure, Jan. I can confirm Meghan can cook, but is she a good cook? Not really. She has some decent knife skills, but there's something about the way she presents her food that just doesn't feel natural. It's like she's trying to be the effortlessly chic hostess, but it comes off more as, I saw this on Instagram and now I'm showing you. From episodes 3 to 8, I have to say, the production is lovely, the music is pleasant, but the actual show, boring. I had to actively control my index finger from hitting the skip button. And then we get to the elevating problem. Oh boy, it's like she took one buzzword and ran it into the ground. The irony? Nothing about this show feels elevated. Her food? Basic, and sometimes just wrong. Flat focaccia, not elevated. Her cake? She claimed it was beautiful on the inside, but I saw lumps of flour in that batter. Her chili oil? I have never seen a chili oil that pale. Her styling? Not even close to Martha level. Her personality? Still in performance mode. And don't even get me started on the edible flowers. So many edible flowers. She sprinkles them on everything: tea, donuts, salads, cookies, even kids' fruit platters. At this point, edible flowers are to Meghan what salt is to a professional chef. You know how chefs always finish their dishes with a dramatic sprinkle of flaky sea salt? Yeah, Meghan does that, but with flower petals. Oh, and her jam obsession. My God, Meghan really loves her jam. Jam in cocktails, jam in desserts, jam in tea, jam in ice cream. I was half expecting her to suggest jam-scented candles. The issue? It's just regular jam. Nothing revolutionary, yet she presents it like she has discovered the secret to preserves. Instead of elevating, she just comes off as outdated and oddly staged. Now let's talk about the whole host guru and styling thing. First off, Meghan has incredible penmanship. And no, she's not shy about showing it off. And you know what? That's fine. But let's talk about the kids' goodie bags. Seeds and gardening tools. Cute, thoughtful. But then, she randomly shoves a stick of Manuka honey in there. Like, what? Are the kids supposed to be planting and snacking? Here, sweetie, go dig in the dirt. And if you get hungry, just nibble on some premium grade honey. It's just so random. The crafting and flower arrangements? Pleasant, sure. But groundbreaking? Not even close. You can find these same ideas on any YouTube DIY channel. And considering how many people were involved in making this show, couldn't they have come up with something fresh? This is supposed to be her big break, isn't it? And then we get moments that just feel weird. Like when Mindy Kaling visits and Meghan says, I have nothing to feed her, before whipping up a frittata. Girl, you have a fully stocked kitchen, an entire fridge of ingredients, and a literal garden at your disposal. This isn't some college dorm situation where you're scraping together a meal with random leftovers. Or the whole Ziploc bag as a piping bag thing. I get that she's trying to give a helpful hack, but this is 2025. We've been using Ziploc bags for piping since, 2000? It's not new. It just makes it seem like the show is beautifully styled, but lacking in actual substance. And that's kind of the core problem. Everything feels so deliberate. We know this show is meticulously curated, yet Meghan is trying so hard to be casual and chill. But some things just land, awkwardly. I mean, it feels like watching a beautifully staged, expensively styled production with a bad script. So, let's be fair to Meghan. She does have a passion for cooking. She does want to be a good host. You can see that she's enthusiastic and trying to learn from professionals while sharing tips with viewers. She's trying, I'll give her that. The problem? She hasn't found her lane yet. Martha Stewart is the queen of refined, effortless excellence. Ina Garten makes everything feel warm, cozy, and foolproof. Nigella Lawson, she's got that indulgent, sensual, food is an experience vibe down to an art. They each have a distinct personality and a clear brand. Meghan, she's still floating between aesthetics without solid ground. And look, there's nothing wrong with experimenting. But if she really wants to succeed as a lifestyle guru, she needs to define what makes her different. What's her thing? Right now, it's not clear. And that's where the disconnect happens. It kind of feels like she's reading a script that says, be relatable, but make it elevated. And that's why it doesn't land. At the end of the day, what makes a lifestyle show work is when the host feels genuine. You don't need to be an expert in everything, but you need to love what you're doing. And that's where With Love, Meghan feels off. It's polished, it's pretty, it's fine. But does it feel real? Not really. It feels like another attempt to craft a perfect public image, rather than just letting people see the real Meghan. If there even is a real Meghan at this point. I went in open-minded, but after 8 episodes, I wasn't elevated, I was exhausted. The series might go viral, but not for the right reasons. The word elevating is already getting mocked, and honestly, it's not unwatchable, but it's not memorable either. So, final verdict? With Love, Meghan, elevating or insufferable? Honestly, it's well produced, it looks great, and if you just want easy aesthetic content, it's fine. But does it feel genuine? Not really. Meghan wants to sell effortless elegance, but the irony is, it all feels so effortful. And please, let's not even try to rationalize her beige, impractical outfit for cooking. We just have to accept that Meghan is not relatable, and that's the problem. She's sending mixed messages. I'm just like you. But also, look at me and my perfectly curated life. The contradiction is what makes it feel so staged. If she owned being aspirational, fine. But trying to be both at the same time, that's where the disconnect happens. The whole time I kept wondering, do I actually believe she loves doing this? Or does she just love the idea of being the next lifestyle icon? Because if you're making a lifestyle show, but it still feels like a performance rather than genuine enthusiasm, what's the point? But that's just my take. What do you think? Is With Love, Meghan actually elevating? Or does it feel just as out of touch as everything else? And do you think Meghan really wants to be a lifestyle expert? Or is this just another PR move? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more Real Talk.